Hey,
Hey, what's going on, babe?
nothing. How are you, Mama?
I'm doing good, baby. I thought it was gonna storm over here, but I'm doing good. How are you doing?
It's storming over here.
It
It's
is.
yeah, it's not heavy yet. Well, hopefully it don't, but yeah, it's raining.
Well, if it storms while we're recording, we just stop it and do it tomorrow.
No, it should be fine.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Marley. Hi,
Say
boo.
hi,
Hey, handsome.
Tasha,
He's like, I don't want to be on video.
Tasha. He is so funny. His food came today. He saw the bag. He was just barking up a storm.
He's happy. He was like, I got a
He
package.
was happy. He was like, I got my food.
Okay, so we're recording. And we're going to go ahead and jump into this. This is Love is Blind After the Altar, and this is the 2-year anniversary. And
And
so,
it's a lot.
yeah, we watched episode 13 and 14 because I'm not sure why they broke it up. It should have just been one episode. And where do you want to start with this one, Mama?
Honey, wherever you were, oh, I don't even know.
So welcome guys. I didn't do the introduction yet. Welcome guys. Welcome to Mama C and Tasha TV, where we discuss some of your favorite TV and movie shows. And this is just time that I can spend with my mom, and we talk about shows all the time and movies all the time on the phone. So we said, why not do it for YouTube?
Exactly. This happened to be talking about Love is Blind.
Oh yeah. So
Is love blind?
obviously. So this episode, well, both of the episodes, this was about 3 couples for me. Giannina and
Mm-hmm.
Da-
Damien.
Damien.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to call him Demon. Damien. And
Yeah.
then Lauren and Cameron, which is my favorite couple. I think
Yeah.
everybody's favorite couple.
I agree.
And then Barnett and Amber.
Yes.
So we're gonna start off with Giannina and Damien because this was really messy of Damien. What do you think about that
It
whole?
was so messy, and I can't believe that he didn't think that him bringing Francesca was disrespectful.
Yeah.
He felt like, okay, well, and they call her G for short.
Mhm.
You have your friend, so she's my friend, so I don't see a problem with me bringing her. You talk to your friend, so why can't I talk to her, my friends? Because, like G said, he just met her 4 months ago.
Exactly. And
But
what
first of all,
what?
did you see what she had on when she came to the party?
I did. I did. I was like, maybe she didn't get the memo. I was like, oh girl, this is a really black tie event. And so I think she really didn't know because she didn't get an invitation. She wasn't supposed to
She
be
got an invitation. But Damien,
okay.
Damien invited her,
Damien
so he should have
invited
told her.
her, but she didn't necessarily get a real invite. That's what I'm saying. So she really
Okay,
wasn't supposed to be there. And you
that's
heard
true.
what other people were saying, like, girl, you on the wrong Netflix show.
Did you hear? Diamond said, "I couldn't believe how she came in on Damien's arms, and everybody was just la 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 la. She saw her when she walked in, and she was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, I think Giannina was trying to keep her composure.
She did so good.
She did.
Janita did so good.
Really did. And I don't like the fact that Damien is confiding in Francesca.
You know what? It's a bunch of, as Kim said, a bunch of bull. Because first of all, when they were at the restaurant where they were,
Mhm.
I got really upset when Francesca told Damien that he's not putting himself first. He need to put himself first and think about himself. And when he said the F word, and she was like, "That's what I want to hear." She like him and she want him for herself.
Well, she does, and she actually made that clear at the party. And I
She
think
did.
Damien has been
Excuse me.
her on because she said I wasn't clear exactly where you guys stood, and she felt kind of bamboozled because
Well, she was bamboozled.
I don't think she would have never
Excuse
to
me.
the party if she knew. He kind of led her on that
She did.
having problems with Giannina and they weren't really together.
Right,
And
right.
so she did make it clear to Giannina, like, hey, he talks about you all the time. However, I think that if this doesn't work out, that
Mm-hmm.
we never know. And so
Right.
to me, that made it clear that Damien wasn't being honest with her either. And it's funny how he keep talking about communication when
But
he's
he
the
doesn't communicate.
one that's not communicating. And he is completely thinking about himself. Francesca is not aware of what he's doing. All Damien is
No.
thinking about is himself.
Mm-hmm.
Like Giannina said, this is a 2-year anniversary, but not
Right.
realizing that 2 years ago he stood her up at the altar.
Exactly. But to go back when he told Francesca, what happened, at the altar that he stood her up, but the fact that he felt like she was fine and she's not. Who in their right mind would think somebody fine after you stood them up at the altar?
I think
He's clueless.
he's confusing her moving on and forgiving him with being fine. And those two things aren't the same. And I think he keeps dangling this carrot in front of Giannina. Like Giannina really wants a relationship with him, and
Mm-hmm.
he's the one that's making it complicated.
I agree.
How disrespectful is it? Because he's saying, "Oh, she's my friend. She's my friend." First of all, you and G have not seen each other in a week. I'm not sure what kind of relationship operates like that, but a normal one doesn't. If when you're
Right.
talking, then yes, you operate. But if you are in a committed relationship, you're boyfriend and girlfriend, you're trying to move to a commit like a higher level to engagement than to marriage, then this whole I don't see you for a week thing is not gonna fly. But Giannina she's trying to go with the flow. She
She
really
is. But I was so proud of her because she did so good. She handled herself with so much composure.
she did.
And to me, she's a woman of character.
Yeah,
She's business minded,
yeah,
and she's beautiful.
she is.
And she's got a lot going on.
She does.
She's good, and she's strong.
She
To be
really
as strong as she is, she's a very strong woman.
yeah, she is. And she doesn't deserve this. And
No, she doesn't.
I think Damien needs to be honest with himself first and then be honest with
Do
her
you
because
think he's gonna do that? You think he can do that?
what he's doing, he's taking the cheap way out. He's trying to do things so she can break up with him so he won't look like the
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what he's doing.
So he can feel justified.
Exactly. And
Okay.
at the end of the fit was it episode 15
Yeah,
and
14.
yeah, she was like, I don't trust you.
Yeah, yeah,
I think it's fair for her to say that. And he was like,
yeah.
that's BS. And so he used that as a way to, okay, now I can leave and I'm
Hmm.
gonna, because it's her, it's not me.
Right.
And just wipe his hands clean and then go with Francesca. And I really hope Francesca sees what type of person he really is because he's doing this so he can be with her instead of being honest and saying, hey, I found somebody else that I really want to be with.
Right.
Let's go ahead and break this off. He's thinking, let me do it in this kind of roundabout manner to where
Right.
he
Exactly.
breaks up with me and so
Exactly.
I'm a bad person and I just moved on.
Exactly.
But he is the bad person.
He is. And I hope that I hope that she sees, because if you don't trust somebody, then you can't be in a relationship with them. So with that being said, I hope that she moves on because she deserves better, and she will find someone who will love her and appreciate her for her because I don't feel like he's good enough for her.
No, no.
And
And
then he gonna end up by himself because Francesca, she saw at the party, because like she told him, had you been honest with me, I
Right.
shouldn't even be here. I shouldn't even be here.
And it makes her look disrespectful, and it's making
Right,
her think
exactly.
like he's painting this picture where everybody's the bad guy except for him. And
Who
I
does
don't
that remind you of? Who does
who
that remind you of?
Carlton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, next up
Anyway.
on the list, because we'll talk about Carlton later, who did not show up. He you notice Carlton didn't show up, right?
Well, I don't blame him for not coming, but Mark didn't come either.
Yeah, so we had some
So it was two of them. Yeah, we'll talk about him later too, but
drama.
I don't think Carlton should have showed up, really, to be
Yeah,
honest.
and okay, let's go ahead and talk about that then, because this gonna segue to Diamond and her new
Oh,
man.
we need to talk about it. Yeah,
Go ahead
yeah.
and talk about it, because I thought it was weird that Ebony, her friend, was hooking her up like right before the anniversary party.
Oh my
And
goodness. But did you see where they met? Where she
so ghetto. I didn't want to say it, but I was like, a car wash.
right, right.
I mean, I know it's supposed to be this upscale car wash. Now I drive
But
by
it's not. It's
every
not.
day, and they could have found somewhere else to introduce the friends. They could have met up for
Yeah,
lunch, and
yeah,
I just thought it was too much. Also with Diamond, Diamond has a lot going for her. I
right.
She also feels she has a lot to prove.
I
And
think so too.
I think unintentionally she used her new man, who was not her new man, Ramel, as a prop because she needed a date for
Mm-hmm.
the anniversary party just in case Carlton showed up. So she
Right.
by herself, and she brought him into a situation to where he was uncomfortable, and he ended up leaving that night.
Well, here's the thing, and you're right, because after he left, she said to her friends that she hadn't talked to him, he hadn't called her. So she called him the day of. So
Oh,
had she not called him or text him,
he
she would not have heard from him.
right. I remember
So
her saying that.
so my thing is, if you met this guy and
Mm-hmm.
this guy's not communicating with you, and
Mm-hmm.
that tells you he's not really interested.
Well, no, I disagree. Here's the
Okay.
thing. They never been on a date.
Oh, they
Think
haven't been
about
on
it.
a date?
Think about it. She met him at the car wash.
Oh, that's right.
And now, oh, can you come to this anniversary party with me? Now he knows, I know he knows the situation that is going on because she was on TV and he's seen what happened
Oh, I
with her
forgot
and
about that.
Carlton. Now, this man
Yeah,
coming in here, I never really been out with you by myself. Now you kind of throwing me into this situation. I don't know if
yeah.
you ain't gonna come up, start some mess, and then I don't know any of your friends. I don't know you.
I hadn't thought about that. You're so right. So she really kind of put him in a bad spot.
Yeah, and now she is like, girl, he not the one. And then she crying. I just want a man that cares for me, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Diamond, boo-boo, this ain't it.
Well,
And you can't,
before she said that, I'm sorry to cut you off. Before she said that, she said that was her man.
she did. I was just like, you cannot attach yourself to people like this. And this could be part of her problem. When you meet
Okay.
someone new, you ladies, y'all gotta stop thinking, oh, is this my man? Oh, he's so fine. You can do he's so fine and stuff like that, but he is not your man.
Right, because you just met him.
You just met him. And so it's putting all this pressure on this man who wants to get to know you in a setting that's by yourself. Yet you just throw him in on TV with all these people and all this drama. So that's my thing. Like, she threw this man into this situation where he barely even knows her. And I think that was wrong of her. It does look bad when you're just a viewer and you see that she's looking for love, you know her, and then he just wants to leave all of a sudden, because I could tell he was comfortable as soon as they arrived.
Right.
It was all about the looks. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I got me a man now. And she looked good. She had a
She
dress on.
did. Mm-hmm.
Good, and he is a very attractive man. And so
Mm-hmm.
it was like he was arm candy. And when her friends came and they start talking and introducing, um, she was introducing him, I think he started feeling this a certain kind of way, because they're having conversations that he doesn't really care too much to have.
Okay.
New to this. And so at first I was like, dang, that's kind of messed up, bro. Just suck it up. But then I'm thinking, like, why should he suck it up? Like, they don't even know each other. They haven't even had time to make a connection with one another.
With
And
each other, exactly.
dangling him like a little piece of arm candy, like, this is my man, and that's not fair to him.
No,
So
it's
I
not.
I think Diamond was definitely wrong for that, and is very disingenuous to do someone like that. She's thinking about herself and not him. So
I
that,
agree.
if you watching this, you messed up. So let's talk about Matt and Amber, or Barnett
Mm.
and Amber. And
Yeah, Barney.
I'm gonna say this. At first I kind of liked their relationship, even though Barnett was a little confused at first, and he had LC and Jessica and Amber, and I think
Amber.
just trying to cover his bases. He didn't go about
Mm-hmm.
it the right way, but
I
now
agree.
him and Amber are together, and this relationship, I think they are in love, but Jessica is doing a little bit too much for me. Um,
Yeah, I agree.
I seen a different side of Jessica. I mean, not Jessica, Amber. I seen a different side of Amber. The third wheel, Jessica, is still looming over the relationship. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, Jessica is trying to save face, because Jessica made a fool of herself.
Yes, she did.
And her approach, let's talk about her approaching Barnett with the anniversary gift.
Oh my goodness. And did you see his reaction?
Ooh, it was
I'm like,
so awkward.
are you kidding me? He act like a chump.
Okay, so he's afraid of his wife. He's
Well,
afraid of
yeah, he's very afraid of her.
Amber.
To do
uh,
that?
so for good reason, because did you see how Amber reacted to LC and Diamond within that conversation when they was talking
Yes,
about Mark?
yes.
So
She crazy.
I'm starting not to like Amber. My thing is, Amber, you have Barnett. You won him. LC and Jessica are no longer a factor. No matter
Right.
what Jessica did, my thing is, why still torture this girl? And why keep bringing her up? It's like, it's really weird. Y'all are supposed to be happy, but every time they have a scene, somehow they bring up Jessica. And my thing is, Jessica, was wrong to come to Barnett, because she
Right.
didn't read the room.
Right.
But if she was gonna take a chance, she should have took that chance with Amber. That should have been the olive branch to Amber and
I
not
agree.
Barnett.
Right.
So everybody knows that you never approach a man. If you was raised right and you trying to extend an olive branch, um,
Right.
and I think it's because Jessica is scared of Amber. Everybody is scared of Amber, but Jessica had some reservations about talking to them and giving them a gift, and I think she should have read the room and just left it alone.
I think she should have left alone too, and not even given them the gift.
Right. And I think she still cares for Barnett.
She does.
And she was extending that olive branch to him because they did have something. I think he was going to choose her.
Yeah.
I think she's really sad of how she acted. I think she's embarrassed. And this just made a bad situation worse.
Right.
And I think Barnett handled it wrong as well. He
Yeah.
said, out of respect for my wife, I'm gonna have to
Exactly.
find the gift.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, and no hard feelings.
That's how a man would have handled it, but the way he handled was like a chump.
And that's because he is scared of Amber. He is scared of that girl. And I felt so bad for Jessica at that moment because that was not handled properly.
It
That
wasn't. It
that
was.
and I she was crying, and she she should just stop. You know,
Yeah.
she
I
had
think she's doing too much, and so I think she just needs to stop trying because she's
yeah,
trying too hard, and
yes.
it's making the situation worse.
Yeah. And
Because
so
she knows how Amber feels about her.
she does, and she's really hoping that they can move past it. But some people, they don't forgive and they don't forget.
And Amber said that.
And Amber is one of those people, and you just gotta let it go. She had other friends there, and I think Jessica just really regrets everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's okay. That's
Yeah.
good that she regrets what she did.
Right.
She's sorry for what she did, and it's no longer up to her to try to make things right. You
No,
know?
I think she just needs to leave it alone and keep it moving because
Yeah.
it's nothing she can do
Yeah.
that's going to change the situation or make them feel any different.
Yeah. But Barnett, shame on you
Oh my goodness.
and that girl like that. And Miss Amber, people
I
are
don't like her anymore.
I don't like her anymore either. The whole situation, let's go ahead and move on to the situation on the
Okay.
couch with LC and Diamond, who LC apparently dated Mark and she thought they were
Mm-hmm.
exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they were not, according to Mark, who is not around to defend himself, but his friend Amber was. And so Amber basically said that they were not exclusive, and as an adult, she needs to realize that, or stop making the assumption that they were exclusive. So I
But my question is, how does Amber know she wasn't? How does she know? Who is she to defend him? She doesn't know the situation.
she knows what Mark is telling her.
That's what I'm saying. She knows what he's telling her, so she doesn't really know the whole truth. She's just going by what he's telling her
Exactly. And apparently Mark was dating like 3 or 4 other girls, and
at
he
the same time.
right, just keeping his options open to whoever worked out. You know, that's what it seemed like to me. And so was Elsie. Apparently,
Yeah,
Elsie dated everybody except the cameraman, according to Carlton.
right.
That was hilarious to me.
To me too.
But I don't think Amber handled this situation correctly. She kept saying, "Oh, you're an adult. You're an adult." But
Right.
is what they got to do with anything? If
Exactly.
LC and Mark said they were exclusive to one another, that's what LC thought. And
And
so
that was my point. That's what I was saying. She doesn't know what they talked about. So who is she
exactly.
to say?
Yeah, so Amber, I think she feels that way because of the situation that she was in. Because remember, she was in a, I don't know what she was in, like when Barnett was talking to Elsie, Jessica, and her. So she has the mindset it doesn't count until we're married. That's the mindset she has. And that's the
Okay.
mindset that she kind of has to have, because she would have looked like a fool, if she didn't. So Amber is the type of girl, nothing matters until she gets what she wants.
Right.
It doesn't
Absolutely.
matter how she gets it, and it doesn't matter what happened before she got it.
Okay. And that's
That
what Don was saying because when it was in the pod, you know, you didn't have a title when we was in the part, it was different.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Okay.
So next is Lauren and Cameron. We're gonna end off on a good note here. Okay.
Yes, yeah, and the ending of it when he got up and made the announcement.
This anniversary party was for them. Okay.
It was for them.
I know that Amber and Barnett been together for 2 years, but man, I think what Lauren and Cameron has is genuine. There is
It is.
no messiness. It's
Mm-mm,
just
mm-mm.
love.
That's it.
That's the difference
It
between
was meant to be.
that's the difference between them and the Barnetts.
Yeah.
Like Cameron is not is like
No drama. No
no
drama.
drama, and Lauren either. And so when they were in the pods, they just connected right off the bat, and they
They
just
did.
and so there
And
was
they
no,
knew.
oh, I'm gonna talk to her, I'm gonna talk to her, and I'm gonna
Right, right.
just to make sure. It was like, nah, this is
Yeah, this is it.
and it was so genuine, and it
It
just came
was.
across that night. And I hate all this messiness happen in the midst of
Of
their
their happiness.
exactly, but they was not, it didn't even phase them.
It
And I
didn't.
thought his speech was just so genuine, so sweet, and you could tell how much he loved her. I was about to get choked
Yes, yes, yes.
watching it because him tearing up, and you know, everybody's been in quarantine and stuff like that, and so you can tell how appreciative he is of her and finding her.
Yes.
I was just like, I'm so happy they found one another.
Me too. Me
I was
too.
like, this anniversary celebration was for them, and I really hope that they have a separate one, without all of those people there for their friends
Yeah.
and family. Um,
But you know what though, Tosh?
but
In spite of all of that that was surrounding them, it didn't take away from anything that they have.
didn't.
It just because they just lit up the whole
They
entire
did.
anniversary. So
They did.
that being said, you know, it was beautiful.
It was.
It was
And I was so proud
beautiful.
of them.
Me
And
too.
just staying out of the drama and
Yeah,
everything. And
yeah,
that and that made it all worthwhile.
exactly.
So you know they're having a new season. Okay.
Yes, yes. Oh, I'm gonna be watching.
So we'll be watching, and you guys make sure you watch the channel too, so you can watch with us. Subscribe, like this video, and leave your thoughts and comments of what you thought about this trifling yet loving uh 2-year
Uh-oh.
anniversary
Sorry.
party. And we'll see you in our next video.
Thank
Ta-ta.
you guys for watching. Stay safe and have an amazing week.